Hi everyone, it's me Terry of the Yarn Joy Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Blanket Bonanza, finally. The last Blanket Bonanza I did was where I did a month's worth tutorial. It was four parts of the last Blanket Bonanza project, and I forget what Blanket Bonanza number this one is, but it'll be in the title, in the description box. No, in the title, not in the description, whatever. In the title of the video, it'll say what Blanket Bonanza it is. Okay, so the last time I talked about Blanket Bonanza, or we did it was when I did the final reveal of the Stripes Aslant blanket. I went ahead and rolled the dice to find out what the next Blanket Bonanza project was. And I let you know what it was. And I even told you there was some yarn. I thought what yarn I was going to be using. But then I said I probably won't start it until after Vlogmas was over. But I decided, well, one reason is because I had some other Christmas gifts I was thinking that I was going to crochet. Well, I just felt like I was putting too much on myself, and so I decided to scale back on those, and there was like 3 Christmas gifts I was going to make, and I end up only making one of them, and the other 2 I'm just going to make sometime later for a birthday gift, so no big deal. So I couldn't wait to start on this Blanket Bonanza project, and so I decided to go ahead and start on it. And so I did pick out some different colors, but let me go ahead and, well, no, different yarn, kind of the same color, but different yarn. Let me show you. Okay, so the book, it comes out of this book. Somebody had asked me where to find this book, and I couldn't find it anywhere except for eBay. Okay, but it's put out by Hirschner's. I went to the Hirschner's website. They didn't have it. So, Hirschner's Baby Afghans. It was the 2018 National Afghan Contest winners. Okay, this book was gifted to me by Sherry, I believe. So thank you so much, Sherry. I'm using the book. Okay, so in this book, there's this pattern right here. And it's right on the back page, back cover. It's called The Pretty Princess, and it was an honorable mention. It's a round Afghan, and I thought it was so pretty, and I thought it looked like it'd be something fun to make. And so that is the project that I'm going to be making. Now, the yarn I had originally talked about that I picked out was some self-striping yarn from Premier, like Premier DK Colors, I think. And it would be really pretty, but I decided that I needed color control more because in this pattern, I mean, they're telling you, you know, fasten off this color, join this color, you know, and stuff like that. And I was thinking that if I just did self-striping, that the sections wouldn't be pronounced, what's the word? It wouldn't be, like, the colors wouldn't be separated. You know, they just kind of go from one color to the other color, and maybe even in the same round or the same section, and I just didn't think it might not look good. So anyway, I decided to pick other yarn that I have. In fact, this pattern actually calls for a number 2 weight yarn, not DK weight, which is number 3. This one calls for a number 2 weight. And I happen to have some compliments of Peaches, who is one of my subscribers, and she sent me a lot of this yarn, and it is a number 2 weight yarn, and I'm so happy that I have it, that I can use it. So the colors is I only have 3 colors that I needed, and so what I decided to do pink, purple, and white. Okay, and so the pink and the purple, no problem. I have plenty of it, and it's a number 2 weight. It is this color. It's this yarn. It's from Universal Yarn. It's called Uptown Baby Sport Anti-Pilling Acrylic, and it does say baby sport, like sport weight. But if you look on the number here, it says a 2 weight fine right there. This colorway is shell. Anyway, I have like six skeins of it. I think it was like a whole plastic like package all wrapped together, and so I think I have 5 or 6 skeins, I forget, but I have plenty for this project, yardage wise. So this is the pink I'm using. This is going to be color C, actually. Yes, color B, because A, B, and C. I'm doing it backwards. Color B, I'm picking this one. This one is also Uptown Baby Sport. Universal Yarn, same, the label is a little different, but it's the same. Universal Yarn, Uptown Baby Sport. This one is the color violet, and it does say somewhere that it's a number 2 weight. I don't see it. But anyway, like I said, the label's different. It doesn't give me a weight. Anyway, but it's the same. You hold it together, you hold it next to each other, and you can tell that it's the same. It's small. So those are the 2 colors, and then I'm going to pair white with it. Now that's the only thing. The white, I do not have this brand in white, okay? But I did have a big jumbo skein of Bernat Baby Sport. It's a 3 weight. So it's a little bit, just a smidgen thicker than these other 2 colors, but I think it's going to be okay. So now I'm going to insert a clip, and that'll show you my white yarn, because my white yarn is on the item that my husband made for me. And so I've been meaning to film a little clip to show you and describe how it works. And, you know, because I want to brag on my husband. And he is so cool. He's such a MacGyver. And so, anyway, I'm going to insert the clip here, and you can see the white. That's my 3rd color. But I'm also going to describe how this thing works. So, okay, here's the clip. I was getting ready to use this big jumbo skein of white yarn for one of my projects, and I was thinking, since it was the big jumbo one, I would show you the tool that my husband put together for me, so then I can use these big skeins where I couldn't find the center. I'm just working from the outside of the skein. Now this is like it's probably almost a 1 pound skein. It's a big jumbo one. Anyway, so I like to use my Wool Genie for the, let me reach over here, for the, like this is a 3.5 ounce skein. This is just the bottom part of it. I do like to use the Wool Genie. This, it just hooks like that with a magnet, and then you can work from the outside of the skein. Works really well if you have small skeins. Sorry to reach over. But if you have big jumbo skeins that you want to do, that the little Wool Genie won't accommodate. You know, this is just too heavy for it. So my husband took the idea of the Wool Genie, and he made this for me. It's just bits and pieces of things that he had laying around, and he just put it together, and it works great. So I thought I would show you and brag on my husband a little bit. This piece right here is from a lamp. It has this is a flexible neck, big long neck. It's like a desk lamp. And so that's what that is. That's the base of it. It's pretty heavy, but in order for it to accommodate the heavy size skeins, he did put a weight on the bottom. If you see that, it was I don't know what it is. He didn't tell me. It was some type of weight. And then I even saw he even put a little block of wood right there to balance it. Okay, and he offset it that's just how the balancing works as far as holding up this a big jumbo skein. Okay, so that's what down here at the base. The neck is a desk lamp, just a flexible neck that bends, flexible. And then I'll show you this little gadget in just a minute. So the top of it, he just put there's a clamp at the top. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put my hand behind it, see? Okay, it's just a clamp that I don't know, he was using. He said he can't even remember what he was using it for. But anyway, this right here is a very strong magnet, like super strong magnet. And he got it from, who knows? I don't even remember. He always tries to save things that he feels like will be useful in the future. And so that's a very, very strong magnet that he had. This, I'll take it off. I don't know if you can see that. It is a BB, okay? And the magnet, of course, holds it very strongly up there. Okay, so this is where the yarn goes. This is a paper towel holder, but it's a metal one, okay? And so this is where you put your yarn. So what I do is I unscrew the top here, take this top off, okay? And then he come up with this, and what this is, this part right here is the end of a flashlight. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It's black, so maybe you can see it with the light shining on it. That's part of a flashlight. He stuck this this little pointed piece on there, and I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it must have been an attachment piece on the end of something that blew air, maybe, or a little vacuum cleaner. I'm not sure. But he stuck that on the end of it with this piece of rubber. Okay, so what you do is you put this on the top in that hole where I unscrewed the top. Okay, it kind of just sticks in there. Okay, and then I take my yarn and I work it through where it slides down onto this post. There, see, there's the pointed end there. See, this just helps, the pointy part helps get through the yarn, you know, get through the center. It's easier if it's got a pointed end to it, a blunt pointed end, but you know, pointed end. Okay, so once you have the yarn on there, then you take this off and you're done with this. He even has a spot up here that this sticks in, so that way it'll stay, you won't lose that part. Okay, and then I put this top, screw it back onto the top of the paper towel holder. Okay, then I just lift it up and I put it right underneath this piece, and the magnet is so strong that it'll grab it and holds it up. Okay, so I'm going to put it on there. There it is. Isn't that the coolest thing? Now, I have used this. I've tried it out and I've used it. I had another large skein of worsted weight yarn. This is DK weight, but which is not quite as heavy. But I did have a large skein of worsted weight yarn that I used when I was doing my happily stained blanket, and it was a big 1 pounder, and it fit on there perfect. The weight was fine. It was fine with it spinning. See, it's spinning and works the yarn off the skein. Get it started there. See. And it did fine. It didn't fall off. He would bend this because first it was standing up straight. He had to bend the neck part over a little bit, so then there would be a space in between here and it wouldn't hit this side and then not twirl. Anyway, that is my yarn genie, I guess, homemade, that my husband put together for me in order for me to use the big jumbo skeins of yarn that you are working from the outside instead of finding the center, instead of using like a center pull. And it works really well. And I'm so proud of him. I just want to brag on his inventiveness to come up with this for me. And then, so I just have it sitting over on my desk. This is my dining room table, but I do have it sitting over on my desk on top of a cotton circle coaster thing that I made. And it works well. I just put it in the corner of the desk at the back, and I'm able to sit there and just work right off of it with no problem. Anyway, I think it's just the coolest thing, and I wanted to show you. Okay, back to the video. So that is what my husband made for me. Isn't that the coolest thing? And it works so well. Like I mentioned in the clip, I used it for the black yarn that I used, the happily stained blanket that I made for Vlogmas. And I had a big jumbo, like a pounder, I guess, of the this black yarn that I used. And I used it until I finished the blanket, which almost used the whole entire thing. And I used it entirely on that yarn holder that he fixed up for me, and it works so well, no problem. And so I just wanted to show you, what he did for me because I really, was telling him how I loved my wool genie, but it does not hold like the big jumbo skeins, which, I mean, I do have quite a bit of the jumbo skeins in different colors and things, And so anyway, he went out in the garage and he made that for me, and he painted it. You saw it, he painted it a gray color, so it's not just all this color and this color, depending on what he put together. So he put it together and he painted it so it'd look nice, and it'd be all one color. Anyway, I just want to brag on my husband that he did that for me. Okay, so let me show you how much I've gotten started on this blanket. So I've gotten now I didn't bring my yarn counter, my row counter in here, but I'm thinking I'm around, I don't even remember, but I'm around, row around 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there, I think, or maybe more. I don't know. I didn't bring my little clicker thing in here, but anyway, here it is. I had this tail, that's just the last one, but look, I've been keeping up with the tails. But doesn't it look nice? I mean, I like it. The pink is very kind of a pale color, so you can see it better maybe there. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's looking good. Sometimes you got to change color every round. Sometimes you do 2 or 3 rounds maybe before you have to change color. So it kind of varies, Anyway, I'll just do like 5 or 10 rows or, rounds or something, and then I'll go back and I'll weave the tails in, so that way I'm keeping up with it, because I know that if I didn't, there would be a whole lot of tails. I do know that. So anyway, I'm enjoying it. It's one of those where you change the stitches, you do something different just about every round, so it holds your interest. It's my favorite kind of projects. So anyway, so there's my Blanket Bonanza progress so far. The project has a total of, I don't even remember how many rounds. Let's see. 56 rounds all the way. So I'm not quite halfway yet, I guess. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. Let me see if I can see. Okay, so let me show you. So see that white right there with the like eyelet where it's got holes? That's where I'm at. Okay, that's where I'm at on the project. So there you go. And like I said, I have not been able to find this pattern except for on eBay. So there's what it looks like, the book. So you may be able to find it on eBay. That's the only place I could find it. So okay, yeah. First Blanket Bonanza in quite a while. I'm excited to be working back on my Blanket Bonanza list. I think this is maybe, and I just wrote it in my new calendar. I wrote it, all the blanket, by number, all the pattern numbers, and then I put red checks, next to the ones I've completed. I think this one is number 5, I think. So I have lots of blankets to go. And I have so many new blankets I have bookmarked and found that I want to add to the list. And I was like, no, I can't add to the list until I pick do another 24. Unless I use some of those in my different project. Okay, I'm going to go. Hope you enjoyed the clip. My husband's, not invention, but I mean, because, it's his invention. But not like an original invention. I mean, because he just looked at something else and copied it and adapted it. But anyway, yeah, I just thought it was so sweet that that's him. He likes to find a way to make life easier, And so to make my life easier, as far as working with big jumbo skeins, he did that for me. And that's so sweet. Okay, I'm going to go. Have a great rest of your Tuesday and come back tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 23. Yeah, and let's see, that will be, I don't know. Tomorrow's Wednesday, yeah. So, yeah, we're plugging along through Vlogmas. Okay, come back tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.